Hey everyone, welcome to Bickering Book Reviews. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Becky.
And today we're talking about Take a Chance on Me by Elizabeth Eulberg, which we both got off of NetGalley, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty, so this is about Evie, who has gone through some nuclear friendship ending stuffs at the end of her school year, and she's like, you know what? I'm out. My dad, even though we're estranged, my dad lives in London. I'm just gonna go spend the summer with him. So she pieces out of that town. Um, but turns out London isn't, rainbows and unicorns because her and her dad do have some serious problems. Her dad, which you find out like very early in the book, but her dad has control issues around eating, and those really kind of impacts how Evie kind of interacts with the world. Anyway, so there's kind of that drama going on. And so when Evie's out kind of just exploring the city because it's summer and she really doesn't have anything to do, she's kind of going to look for a job, kind of going to kind of figure things out. She comes across this busker, right? Right, it's a busker, right?
Yeah,
She comes across a busker, this guy, this adorable guy playing guitar, and he's singing like the saddest song ever, and she feels in her heart that he gets her pain. And so basically she, being the American in London, she strikes up a conversation and is the gregarious um American who kind of approaches him. And so then that turns into like this new friendship, and she kind of becomes part of his world and kind of learns his secrets, and things kind of go from friendship to potentially more. And Evie just kind of learns to navigate all of her hurts and kind of start her healing process essentially. So that's kind of the basics of like what you need to know about this book.
What was the boy's name?
His name was Aiden.
Aiden, okay. I couldn't remember. So I did like this book. This book to me felt very classic YA. Like this is the kind of stuff you used to see like 15, 20 years ago. It did feel a little younger, but I don't necessarily know if that's a bad thing because I have kids trying to read up and I'm like, and their parents always get like, well, what's in this book?
Yeah, no, this could totally hang. Like
This is a tween.
even though the character age-wise is much older than the way that it reads, I think I kind of appreciate this because of the young teens. It's really hard to find books that kind of work for them, that like they'd be interested in, but are also kind of told in a way that is age appropriate, and that like tackles subjects in a way that kind of works for them. It's definitely one of those bridge books.
Right, it is. And even like Aiden's backstory is very sad, and even that's done delicately. I will say I kind of thought the dad and the food issues felt a little like out of place. Like I get how it fit into
I
the
thought it was
story.
kind of interesting. I'm kind of grappling with it because I thought it was interesting to see a parent going through those control issues. Like, I assumed from the trigger warning note at the beginning of the book that it was going to be the main character. So it was interesting for me to see it as an adult who's experiencing these
Well, and you'll
problems.
see it as a mom, but you never see it as the dad.
Right. Like, so
Right.
I can kind of appreciate that. So, like, yeah, it was heavy handed. Yeah, it was kind of like, yeah, but this story is about the teens. So, like, why are we delving so far into the adult issue, like the adults' issues? But I kind of appreciated for the fact that it was, a male who's going through this as well as an adult.
Right.
So, like, I don't know. I go back and forth on that.
No, and I will appreciate as somebody who's been to London, the which I guess the author lives there. That was all felt accurate to me because sometimes you read it and you're like, this person's never been there. And so I did appreciate that. I mean, I liked Evie. There's like not a lot in this book, but I feel like for a lot of the right readers, they're gonna really enjoy it.
It has all the basics. I guess I wish I would have gotten to know the extraneous characters more. Like, I liked the dad's girlfriend Poppy. I thought she was
Yeah.
interesting. I liked the friends. I wish I would have warmed up more to Fiona. I never really kind of liked her ever, and I kind of wish I did. I don't know, and like I wish I would have gotten to know the dad's family better because they kind of make appearances. So like I feel like there was room to kind of delve deeper with it, but I do appreciate this book for how fast it moved and how quickly it read.
She also, talking about Poppy, she does throughout the book, there are a couple characters that really play against type, which is
Yeah,
nice because you wouldn't expect like what they how they introduce Poppy and then like where Poppy ends up are two very different things, and you don't always see that.
right.
Um, I don't really have much else to say. Like it was quick. It was there's nothing in there that will like really offend anybody. So it kind of almost would be like for the kids that are reading Casey West. It kind of feels like those kind of books.
Yeah.
Which
I think you could even younger readers could read. Like even with Casey West, like this would reading style wise, I think would appeal to even younger readers.
because I have a lot of like fourth, fifth graders who come up to the desk and oh, they're reading on a ninth, 10th grade level and they want to go in that teen room. And then the parents will read the book descriptions and get mad. And so I feel like this is like one of those kind of books to have in your back pocket.
Yeah. I mean, like, was I blown away by it? No. It's not gonna stop me from reading her again in the future.
No.
It was, I mean, it was okay. Like, it was okay. It was,
And I'm
you
glad
know,
she's back. I have a list of authors who I'm like, why haven't they had a book in a while? And she was on that list, so I was happy to see her name on a
yeah,
book because
yeah,
there's a lot of the previous books I really enjoyed.
I can agree with that. So I guess we're kind of at the point where we're ready to rate it. So our rating scale starts with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it doesn't get a horn, and it's therefore a horse. Where are you?
3. I thought it was good. I would recommend it. Um, I like I said, it feels very classic YA. I think that kids will like it.
I'm gonna give it a three too, a three as well. I don't necessarily know if this is gonna be the first thing I recommend. But I definitely do feel like for the fifth, sixth grader who's looking for like a romance book or whatever,
Right.
like I'd totally go this route.
Like I
And I
would put
think
this on
that
a
works.
Valentine's Day display for those like for a kid to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, and again I say like this is a good bridge book. Like this is for the kids who are done reading kind of in the children's middle grade section and they're ready to kind of age up and like this will bridge them in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So
that is where we are on. Oh, but I do have one thing to say though about the title. So all of these songs that they're singing throughout the book, because there's buskers, they never did take a chance on me.
true.
Because I kept waiting for that. And I don't unless I missed it. Wonderwall's in it a lot, but I don't think they ever do take a chance on me.
That's
So
funny.
I guess an eighth grader wouldn't notice that. They probably don't even know that that's a song. But to me, I was like, hmm. But that is where we are on Take a Chance on Me, and we'll see you around.
Bye.
Bye.